Ever since Alan Shepard blasted off aboard the Freedom 7 capsule in 1961, the roughly 550 individuals who have traveled into space have all come from an elite, albeit similar, pool of candidates. They've been military pilots, scientists, and engineers, with the occasional teacher also in the mix. But in May, when the crew of Expedition 44, including American astronaut Kjell Lindgren, Russian cosmonaut Oleg Kononenko, and Japanese astronaut Kimiya Yui, launches for a 6-month stint aboard the International Space Station, they'll also be preparing to host an unconventional astronaut, famed opera singer Sarah Brightman. Brightman, who became famous with her role as Christine in Andrew Lloyd Webber's popular 1986 rock opera Phantom of the Opera, will be singing from an unprecedented venue when she launches aboard a Soyuz capsule and makes the space station her stage to perform a song from space. During a round-robins call with other journalists, WDRB spoke with the crew of Expedition 44 about Brightman's upcoming 2-week visit, as well as their 6-month assignment aboard the station. Here is what they had to say. Kjell, we've seen people from various walks of life become astronauts. We've also seen teachers, politicians, and some unconventional folks go up there. At one point during your mission, we're going to see Sarah Brightman, a celebrity opera singer, going up. What is your response to that? Do you see that as opening the door to more unconventional people going into space?
You know, whether Sarah Brightman is opening a door for other, as you said, unconventional space travelers, you know, I think that door has already been opened. We're really at the cusp of a new chapter in human spaceflight with the space first that we've already seen go up with the commercial companies that are developing the capability to launch humans into low Earth orbit. I think that we're going to start seeing more and more non-professional astronauts journeying into space, and I think that's incredibly exciting. That for one, that we have a commercial sector that's capable of doing something like this, doing something that only three nation states have been able to pull off in the past. So it's very interesting and exciting to be a part of that new chapter in human spaceflight. And I'm excited that Sarah Brightman is flying. She is something of an international ambassador for arts, and so I'm excited to see the arts in space, to see music and vocal performance in space. It's something that's new, and so she's going to be reaching out to a whole new population that maybe didn't have a particular interest in space previously. And then she's just going to be bringing something new to the space station. I can tell you that it's going to be very exciting to watch her and hear her perform while we're up there.
Kimiya answered this question as well.
Yeah, that's actually great. Usually, like astronauts, scientists or doctor or pilot, so they are kind of like these kind of people, this kind of area. Artists, or like a singer, it's really rare to fly on space. But this kind of opportunity really helps. But because artists have ability to sense wonderful things and share that kind of experience by song or by word or by picture. So this kind of new opportunity, artists can go to the ISS. That really helps to enhance and outreach the people to understand the importance of human space program. So I really hope not only scientists or engineers or pilots, in the future many people ordinary people or maybe artists can go to the space. That's going to be really great things for the humankind, I think.
Kimiya, what has been the most interesting part of your training up to this point, and how do you think you will utilize that in space?
Okay, actually, for me, not only the science, but I'm really interested in learning language and also culture. So I learned Russian culture culture, Russian history, and also U.S. culture, U.S. language. So a lot of movies. I'm really interested in those kind of things. Now I can understand both sides, like a point of view, Russian point of view and also U.S. point of view. So that's kind of like strong, great thing for us to work together on ISS. So I think that's kind of like a symbol for the maybe world peace, work together. I'm really looking forward to work with Russian and also U.S. astronauts, and I would like to get great achievement during this mission. That way, people, not only Japanese people, but people will understand the importance of international cooperation, I think.
Kjell, during this mission, you're going to be away from home for 6 months. What are some of the personal things that you have to do to prepare for a 6-month trip into space?
Well, I still have to do my taxes, so that's the top of my to-do list right now. I submitted an application for an absentee ballot back in, I think, 6 months ago, so I'll be able to vote from space, which is kind of a neat thing. It'll be, I think, just really local elections, of course, since we're not on the 4-year presidential cycle or on the congressional cycle right now. But that's another thing I had to prepare to do, and then really just kind of getting everything squared away at home, so that I'm the guy that pays the bills at home, and so making sure that my wife has all the passwords that she needs to get into my email and to get into all of our accounts is very important, of course. So it's little things like that, and then of course just getting everything in order so that makes life easier on my wife and kids, so that they don't have to worry about things when I'm in space.
Oleg, you've logged several hours worth of spacewalks on your previous missions. What was that like? And was there anything about that experience that you didn't expect?
Она потребовала работы больше концентрации, чем я ожидал.
This work, in fact, demanded more concentration than I had expected.
С другой стороны, было немножко легче, чем я это делал в гидролаборатории, потому что там отсутствовало сопротивление воды.
On the other hand, it was slightly easier than performing the same activity in the hydro lab, because when performing a real EV, you do not encounter air resistance.
Но основные впечатления были у меня от увиденного вокруг.
But probably the main thing that impressed me was what I saw around me.
Я действительно, как бы это, может быть, высокопарно не звучало, испытал чувство гордости за человечество, потому что я увидел станцию со стороны, увидел ее размеры, увидел на фоне, парящую станцию на фоне Земли. Вот это произвело на меня большое впечатление. Я был горд за человечество, что оно смогло сделать такую станцию, запустило в космос, управляет такой сложной конструкцией.
Now when going out, I felt so much pride for humankind. I saw the enormous space station, and I saw the planet Earth behind it, and I felt so proud of humankind that we, humanity, were able to launch such a thing and to keep it up there.
Это правда.
So this is something I was really impressed by, and this is true.
Kjell, this is your first mission. What about the experience are you looking forward to the most? And what do you think is going to be the most challenging?
Well, I think the thing that I'm looking forward to the most are, there are a couple of things. One is just living in space, just having, this is not a 1-week mission or a 2-week mission. This is 6 months long, and so I really have to adapt and learn how to move and work and efficiently in space. And I'm told that there's really kind of a 6-week adjustment period, and after that, you still incrementally get better. But just learning all those little things that we don't really think about on Earth, and just mastering all these different things that are just a part of everyday living. So that's very exciting. Looking at the Earth, just and taking photos of the Earth is something that I'm looking forward to. And then the opportunity to maybe do a spacewalk is also high on that list. And then there was another part to that question.
What would be the most challenging thing to you?
I think the most challenging thing for me would probably just be being away from my family. 6 months is a long time, of course, to be away. We're in an age of technology that really that closes that distance dramatically. I'll be able to call down and talk with my wife and kids every night. We'll be able to hold a teleconference once a week, so I'll be able to chat with them that way. We have email, and they'll be able to follow, of course, the photos that I take and post on Twitter and on social media. But, the 6 months in the scope of things is also not that long. We have service members that are deployed overseas for 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, and so this is really kind of small potatoes compared to the service and sacrifice that our military and service members are doing.
Travis Kircher, WDRB News.